No. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You guys saw this on Facebook and on Instagram, but for those of you who haven't seen it, this is a journal, mini journal made out of Christmas cards, and I sewed in the signature of other cards and paper, and put strings on the outside so that I could tie little Christmas bells on the end. But these are all made out of the sparkly cards that I had. Put a little tuck spot in, another tuck spot, some coffee dyed paper, and a little gingerbread man stamp. The inside of this card is sparkly rather than the outside, but I got a pocket here, journaling card, and a little tag. Some more coffee dyed paper. This is the middle of the signature. I just thought this card was adorable, so I left it and then just covered the sentiment on the inside with a picture of a snowman. And there's that page, and that page, and that page, and the back, which is left plain, but you can cover those with coffee dyed paper too. So, we are going to make one today. Sorry about that, guys. They're being loud again. I got these tags from Kian, and I would kind of like to use one of them, but they're pretty big, so that only leaves me with a choice of, I think, either these or these, as far as fitting into the journal. Okay. Let me see here. I don't think they'll really fit. No. So they won't fit in these, and I only had 3 of this kind. So, that are upright. So I'm going to move those off to the side. And they won't fit in these, and these are all kind of relatively the same size, and they just have animals on them. I mean, they're cute. But, so then I've got these, which are all relatively the same size. So there's quite a few of them. It doesn't mean that I will use them all, but I thought the little bird was pretty. And then that one, did I miss one? I did. Yeah, the camels, wise men. I don't know if those will fit. No. Okay, so that is going to rule those out then. So I'll set those off to the side. So then we have these, which are fairly large. And yes, one of the tags will fit in there, so that's perfect. Okay. So I'm going to do this a little bit different than I did the other ones. I've got some different papers here that I've trimmed down. They don't have to be exact. Okay. So on the other one, I had just glued down one side of them, and then left the other side to journal on. And I'm going to do that again, but I think I may cover the back of them too. So I'm just going to use my collal. I hope everyone is having a good day today. I was contacted, let me explain. Okay, yesterday I was contacted by my doctor to let me know that my medicine was in, and asked if they wanted to send them to a town that's a little closer to me. And I said no, that I would just go ahead and pick it up because I needed the medicine, because I was out of it. I had been waiting on it to come in. So I told them that I would do that. Well, I knew I had to go to Walmart too to buy, pet food. the usual things that you go into Walmart for, and I just completely got that off centered on the bottom. Okay. There we go. So then it, it still folds up. This way. Let me go ahead and take there's some glue seeping out underneath. Okay. Alright. So then that's covered. But I'm going to set it off to the side first. I'm going to get all of them covered up first. And then go from there. Okay, excellent. So anyway, so I'm in Walmart, and I'm grabbing stuff that I need, and I get a text message from a company that saw my resume on Indeed and said that, they wanted me for an interview for a teaching job. The school is based in Italy, although I'd be working from home. And I'm assuming what it is, well, part of the company is in a tech company, basically, where they do like internet and things like that. So I'm assuming that what I'll be teaching is ESL to their Italian employees that work there, who don't know how to speak English, although, some Italians do speak English pretty well. I'm sure there are some that are just native Italian speakers and don't speak English, so, or maybe their English isn't quite as good as it could be, especially in a business setting, which is completely fine. I've taught business English before, so that's not an issue. So they asked me if I was available for an interview, and I said, that I could interview tomorrow. And she was like, great, so she gives me the phone number of the guy that I'm supposed to contact. So I sent him a message, to let him know who I was and everything. And he was like, oh, great. He said, well, our interview is, based via text. Do you have time to complete the interview now? And I was like, sure. So, now this was after I got home that I, messaged the guy to tell him. So, I get through the interview and everything, answer the questions and whatnot. And, he asked me if I had any questions. I was like, no, not really, because at the time I really didn't have any questions, And he informs me that the job is $35 an hour to start. So I was like, oh, all right. That's, more than what most teachers make per hour. So, I'm not really concerned about that or anything, and I'm perfectly fine with using the software or whatever that they want me to use. And he said that if the HR department approves, and he thinks that they will send me an iMac and all that to use in their, for their teaching platform. I'm assuming it's because the software that they use maybe only works on an iMac or something. I'm not really sure. So I've got 3 cards, and there is 4, 5, 6, 7 altogether. What paper was that? Was that yeah, so I can start over with one of these. Okay. So I'm assuming that that's the case. I'm supposed to check back with him first thing in the morning at 8 o'clock my time. to see what HR has said and then to go from there. Because I've already given him all the information that he asked for, except for a photo of my ESL certification. Because, even though I'm going to school to be a teacher, I am certified to teach English as a second language to any age range. So, maybe, I don't know, hopefully I will hear back from them, but I have another employer that is, that has seen my, resume, and I'm supposed to have an interview with them as well, so, but I haven't heard yet on when they were going to do that interview, so, I don't know. We shall see. Now this one is just glittery paper that was made out of cabbage dye and mica spray. Just, sprayed on, not, dipped or anything. It's windy outside, so I think that's why the dogs are barking. Unfortunately, my mom has been in kind of a mood today, so everything has gotten on her nerves. I mean, I get it. I understand. It does happen. Oh, so what is new with you guys? Are you guys working on anything interesting or watching anything interesting? Or, maybe you don't junk journal or anything, but you like to watch the videos. Or maybe you're crafty in a different way and is working on something else. Or maybe you've been binge watching shows or reading a good book. Has anybody read anything good lately? I had to read a book for my literature class. I just read it and I'm trying to remember the name of it. The Magic of What Happens, I think, is the name of the book. About a boy who, he's a young man and he's gay and his parents don't care. He's not had a difficult time or anything with his coming out or whatever. Like, basically, it's not a story about his coming out because they've already come out. Anyway, but he meets another boy who is his age, but he comes from a completely different background. And the first boy gets a job, working with the second boy. That's how they meet, and, sparks kind of fly and everything, but the other boy's family is dead set against him being gay and everything, and basically the same trope and cliche. The book was okay. Like, I am totally fine that young adult books now are being represented with people of different sexualities and everything, as they should be, because, we're all different. And I am totally for that. Absolutely. I was just disappointed in the storyline, because I felt like it was generic. Like, there was nothing really original. It's pretty much the same cliched, and, all romance novels or whatever, boy meets, I'm not going to say girl, boy meets person, things happen, blah, blah, blah. One of them is kind of a bad boy or whatever. you know, doesn't come from a good family. The other one comes from, you know, pretty well-off family or whatever, and it's all perfect, and, you know, it's pretty much the same storyline. You could add any character there, and I was a little disappointed in that because I felt like the story should have been a little bit more original. I just felt like the guy just added the characters in there for, dare I say this, because it's kind of mean, but that's just how I felt. Basically, he just added them in there to sell the book. As kind of an afterthought, like, oh yeah, let's make the characters gay. Like, really? You could have done so much with that story. I mean, not that I'm saying that, you know, young adult readers who are gay won't understand where both characters are coming from, because I'm sure that they do, especially the one who, you know, is going through a harder time. And I'm not saying that all families are like that, absolutely not. But at some point in their lives, real lives, they will encounter people who are, you know, negative people and who mistreat them. I mean, it shouldn't happen that way, but unfortunately, that's how life is. But yeah, so needless to say, I wasn't too thrilled with the book, but not because the characters were gay, just simply because I felt like they could have been better represented. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So, I'm going to set those off to the side for a second and get my ruler here instead of my trimmer out. And I'm done with the glue for a minute, so I'll go ahead and put my lid back on. For those of you who are interested, I do have a Buy Me a Coffee site, and I will put the link in the description. You in no way, shape, or form have to buy me a coffee. I am not asking for that, but if you should want to, it would be much greatly appreciated, as I don't make any money whatsoever from YouTube. I make no money off my journals or anything else like that. I don't get paid in any way, shape, or form to do this. I do this for fun and because I love it. I do plan on making digitals and putting those on the Buy Me a Coffee site. So any digitals that I will have or will have been created will be put on the Buy Me a Coffee site. You don't have to buy me a coffee in order to get the digitals. You can go and get the digitals any way, shape, or form, because they are free, and use them however you like. Matters not to me. I don't think that one was straight. Anyway, let's see. No. Let's see if that looks a little better. Well, yeah, minus the... Okay, that'll work. Okay. So yeah, just as kind of a thank you to all the love and all the support that you guys have given me. I do greatly, greatly appreciate it. So how many of these do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll set that off to the side. That won't go to waste. I can use it for something else. On the next video, you know, I want to start that grunge journal, and I think what I may do is, Well, I want to use the abandoned papers from Tim Holtz as like pockets and tuck spots and like flippies and flippy flaps, you know, things like that. And then save the digitals, of course, for like pages. But I also want to do, you know, some collage. But I thought about using a couple of the 8x8s from the abandoned paper as the base, and then if anything shows through or whatnot, that would be okay, you know. So I don't have to be quite so precise as far as you know, making sure every single thing is covered. You know, it might be pretty cool if the design shows through, but, you know, and then cut them up into tags and journaling cards. So, use that as my base, and then, you know, cover, like, book page and things like that. Or at least that was the idea, anyway. So glad that acetone glue rubs off. Okay. I don't know how long this video is going to be, and I don't know if it'll split up into 2 parts, because for some reason lately it's been splitting up into 2 parts and then not telling me. So, or like, you know, not just stopping or whatever, it just goes on to start filming a different section, and then I have to put them together when I go to, you know, edit them. Basically, the only editing that I do, other than occasionally adding a few texts in there, is just flipping the picture around, because it doesn't show up the right way, even though the camera is faced the right direction for it. But no matter how the camera films, it still films it like up and down instead of the you know, wide or whatever, this way, horizontally. It films vertically. Okay. Trying to think, today is Wednesday. I don't think I know anything else that's really going on here. Other than my hopes that tomorrow will be a better day. But, you know, oop, I dropped my rag, my Timmy towel, in the floor.
Not doing that. Get down. Stop.
Okay. Alright, hang on just a minute, guys. Alright, I'm sorry about that. I'm back. Can't say that solved anything, but I tried. Okay, so 4 more. have no idea where my train of thought was, so I don't know what I was talking about. But no matter, I'm going to finish gluing these on. And then we'll sew them together. And then we'll decorate. Sorry, I hope I'm not shaking the camera. Hey, quiet there. Sorry about that. I was thinking while I was gluing here. I'm almost out of collal and I don't have any more. So oh, dropped my towel again. Oh boy, okay. Alright, so last one, and then we can put them together and sew them together. I mean, I could have inked around these, but I'll do that when we put the pockets and stuff on. Not all of this, but I meant, well, that's optional. You could do that too if you wanted to, but I'm not going to. Okay, so now, let's see. Got this house and that. I think we'll do this one. And then put the one with the deer on. And then no. So say that's not going in right, huh? Try that again. Gotta open that first, silly. supposed to rain here tonight, but well, I think it was supposed to rain all day, but it didn't end up raining at all. It's just been really windy and cool. Not cold, but cool. Okay. Okay, now that may prove to be a problem because the other ones didn't do that. Okay. So what is the issue here? Okay. Well, I didn't really want to have to do that. Okay, yeah, it's because those are not completely butted up against there like the other ones are, so they are going to have to go on like that. Okay. Yeah, that one's okay. And that one's okay. Okay, well that's better. Alright, so I'm just going to do it anyway. Poke the holes. Okay. I've got this string here that I got from the Dollar Tree that I'm just going to use to tie it together. 1, 2, and a little bit more. Set that off to the side. Oops. Okay, now, and I just have some needles in this little box here. Okay. They're different types of needles, but most of them have larger eyes. Got looks like 3 yarn needles in there, and then like 1 for blue jeans. And now instead of going on the outside this time, I'm just going to do it on the inside, and we'll have the bells dangling off the inside. Okay. Going through the bottom. Uh-oh. Be careful not to get them wrapped around the pages. I just pulled the needle out of the, the yarn out of the needle, or thread. Whatever this stuff is called, I pulled it out of the needle. Okay. Okay, so which side is that on? That is on that side. I think I got that a lot longer than I needed to, but that's okay. I'll just save it for something else. So make sure that's tight. And I always do it 3 times just to be on the safe side. If I can get a hold of it. That is. Okay, now. Now, once I get it all decorated, I will put it underneath something heavy to help hold it closed. That should help. But I think we're going to stop it there, guys. And when we come back, we'll decorate it and put the bells on. Because this video is getting to be almost 40 minutes long now. But so far, we've got the base constructed. So this one is a bit different than the other one, and that's okay. Because we have the choice now whether we want to cover these images or whether we want to use them. And then we have several places for journaling and decorating still. And, you know, where we can put pockets and tuck spots and tags and journal cards and all kinds of good stuff. So that's what we have right there so far. I don't think I'm gonna bother cutting the bottom off because they're all pretty much the same color on the bottom, so it really doesn't look that off-putting. So it might be different if they were of different colors, but anyway. So that is that for now, and when we come back, we will start decorating this baby, and we will have us a journal made out of Christmas cards. So I will see you guys back here really soon. You have a wonderful day. I love you guys, and I will see you guys later. Bye.